Hello, guys. Welcome to the Undebatable Relatables podcast. My name is Jocelyn Liu.
And Wynn.
I'm Josiah Walker.
Yes. And we are all part of the Youth Leadership Board of the College Planning Cohort. And this is our first episode titled, Why Are We Here? Why are we here? So,
Jocelyn, I believe you should start because you introduced me and Josiah to college.
Right. I see how it is. Okay. So, why are we here? Well, personally, why I'm here is because I was a poor lad and I was born from a poor family. Yes, my sad anime backstory. No, I'm joking. But yes, I was born from two immigrant parents and we are considered a low-income family. You know, we're not particularly rich and, not particularly privileged. So we don't really get those kind of opportunities that a lot of people normally do. So, for example, I will not be able to afford college because we don't really have that money, And oftentimes, we don't really understand that there are opportunities given to us because we don't really get told that kind of stuff. So, why I'm here is because I want to be able to go to college without getting into extreme student loan debt. I want to be able to go to a good college, first of all, and get a successful job so I can not live in low-income families anymore, That's why I'm here. I have a program that can help me with this kind of things. And even if it, a lot of times other programs are like, oh yeah, we totally help you with this, and we actually don't. Well, at least I have a better idea of what I'm doing, better idea of where I'm going, and yeah, help me feel more prepared for what I want to do in the future. Yes, thank you.
Very nice.
So what about you guys? What are your guys' sob stories?
Anna, what's your sob story?
Yeah, Anna, what's your sob story?
I'm gonna go. Okay, so like Jocelyn, I also come from two immigrant parents who immigrated to the U.S. in 2001. Quite a devastating year. And I have two older brothers. They're both in college. Well, one of them graduated already, but the other one is in college right now. So they both had to get scholarships, but the scholarships they got were not full scholarships. So my parents still had to take out loans and pay for their college, like other stuff like housing and living expenses. And that came out to be like a lot of money. So to me, like watching that growing up, it was like, I don't want that for my parents. And I also don't want that for myself, burdening my parents with like the expenses of college. And I also knew like the type of potential I could reach up to. So like with the extra guidance from the college planning cohort, they helped me realize like the full potential I can come up to, especially as a minority and first generation student, as well as a Asian American. So that's why I joined, so I can plan out my whole high school 4-year plan. That was a really redundant sentence, but you know what I mean.
It's okay. It makes everything more fancy. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
But yeah, developing all these plans and doing all the work and researching all the different types of colleges and programs is going to help me realize my full potential and realize what I can do in the future.
Definitely. Okay, nice. Okay.
Clap.
What about you, Jojo? What's your sob story or sad anime backstory?
My story is I don't have a story. I was just born like this, guys.
I was born into the college planning cohort.
Raised from my birth.
Really?
I'm kidding. I unfortunately I was not. Wish I was though.
Unfortunately.
But for me personally, I was born in 2006 from two loving parents. And over the course of the years of my elementary school and middle school life, I kind of just rode the wind, did my best in school, put in gifted programs as well, because my parents did see me as a gifted kid. I think I am at least. I'm not fully confident in the fact that I am. Sometimes I doubt it, and those times are abundant, especially in recent years. But some people, and a lot of people can say in my life that I am, and I'm proud that they can say that, and I'm happy that I can sometimes say it as well. But back to the topic, what?
Nothing. Go ahead. I'm just commenting.
Anyway, so as I went through my middle school and elementary school years, I never really had a certain direction of what job I wanted to go into. I kind of always defaulted to the job of, oh, I want to make games when I'm older. I want to be a game creator. I want to play games for a living. Actually, not that last one. I thought I was different from the rest because everyone else is like, oh, I want to play games for my career, and I was like, no, I'm different. I want to make games. I thought that was better in my opinion. I don't think it is personally. Now looking back, but little me thought it was, and so I'm happy he did. But as I went through middle school, that kind of changed. I wanted to get into a tech class, and eventually I did in my second year of middle school, because somehow they put me in an art class, but I didn't request one. But we don't talk about that. I met a very cool friend there, and I'm glad I did. But on my 7th and 8th grade year, obviously I got into the tech class. It was awesome. I enjoyed the teacher. He was super cool. Learned a lot of things. I got a DIT. I got to DIT after that in 8th grade, and I have a certificate for Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Microsoft Excel. So I give you some access to some high school classes. So I'm happy about that. But more importantly, something really, really influential happened back in 7th grade. It kind of all started with a PowerPoint presentation that I had back in my gifted class. When I finished doing my PowerPoint on a certain song and dance number I did, it was pretty awesome. But I finished that. My teacher said, "Wow, you could be a TED talker one day," and I was like, "Thank you." And that somehow was always in the back of my head whenever I was doing presentations from that point on. So I joined FBLA as well later on that year, and essentially it's Future Business Leaders of America, awesome club. You guys should join it if it's at your school, if it's up your alley. But essentially, I joined an event that was called Public Speaking. Attended the event, completed it, and I got to states. And I was so ecstatic. I got first place in districts as well. And that kind of, from that point onward, pushed me towards more public speaking, outward events. And now we fast forward to high school, where I joined FBLA again. And now, thanks to the college bank cohort's help, I was able to develop that gift. And with that gift, I'm able to take certain paths and understand more about college, thanks to the college bank cohort. And honestly, without them, I would have no kind of grasp of what college is without them. Obviously, I knew a little bit. I knew the basics, but I didn't know there were HBCUs or you could do enrollment as well. There's so many things I didn't know, but the college planning tour told me, and that I'm going to use these next 4 years to make myself the best college candidate I can be.
Nice. Okay.
My backstory.
I feel like y'all's is like so intricate and so good. I feel like mine was way too short. But that was really good.
Mine was a little too long. Anna was probably the perfect fit.
Anna's was magical. It's so good. Yes. But yeah, obviously like the college planning course definitely helped us and prepared us more for what we want to do, you know, our high school plan and stuff. But I feel like a big thing also with like why we're here is also what we want to do, you know, what we expect from ourselves. Because often like the reason why we want to do things is because it's like, hey, we don't want to put a burden on our parents, you know, we don't want to get a student loan debt and stuff like that, you know, all the specific details. You're good. A big part of why I'm here is because I want to be someone who makes a change when I grow up, you know. I want to be able to impact our world and influence people, and that sounds bad, but I mean, like, you know, help people, not influence them. I'm not brainwashing them, I swear. Totally not. I'm joking. But you know, have that kind of sight, you know. And I feel like being prepared for, like, you know, high school plan and for college and the application process, it really helps out a lot. And being able to, you know, feel more prepared, like I said before, and also not stress out about it, because I know the future is really scary and you just don't know what you want to do. You don't know how to do it. You're stuck between so many roads and you don't know which one to take and you don't know how to. And I feel like having this kind of guidance, having this kind of insight on things from, you know, previous alumni, from advisors, from adults, from teachers, from everyone, it helps you feel like you're being supported. And that's a very important thing to have. So there's also that comment.
You're right. It really matters down to also having that support, as you said. Without that support, no one's there to push you to be better, or no one's there to push you in that direction. Obviously, some of us are able to do that, and it's a feat that I'm glad I had personally. But there are definitely people I've seen in my life, friends, enemies, allies, that have been not pushed in the right direction or not even pushed at all to do much. I see them going to classes or skipping classes as well, just to say that, oh, well, they're going to go to a community college. They're not going to go into college at all. They're going to go into work, which is a respectable field. That's another topic for either in the podcast or later on today. But not going into college is respectable, and as long as you have a plan for it and you can maneuver your way into a job that you know you'll make it into and you know you can succeed in, you can build your way up and you can make a successful life for yourself. But it's not the fact of the matter that they chose that option. It's the fact that they chose that option out of not having it and not taking any other option. It's the fact that they just lazily picked that option instead of carefully thinking about it, planning it, and making a conscious decision to not go to any college, not even community college, which is free. So it boils down to that. And the cohort, honestly, one of the best experiences that I've had, and I'm so thankful I've had it. They put me through some stuff. Definitely a lot of sleepless nights. Wish I could get back, but at this point, no point regretting about the past. Got moving forward. And with the cohort, I was able to consciously pick a college that I know that'll help me when I'm of age. And even at that point, if I change my mind from there to then, I can. This cohort gives me an opportunity to manipulate what I want to be, manipulate what I want to do, manipulate where I want to go. So that's just some of the flexibility that the cohort offers in and of itself.
Yeah, most definitely. I did a whole rant. That was good though.
To add on to like both of those things, I'm not the best at time management. It's like whenever I find the time to do something, I do it. So like oftentimes if there's like free time in class and I have nothing else to do, I'll work on the college planning curriculum. And a lot of people in the class are like, what's that? That's not any of our classroom. And I'm like, oh, it's college planning cohort. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, college planning cohort. But then they're also like bringing up all these questions like, you're just a freshman. You already do 7 clubs. Why are you going to worry about this too? And it's like,
that's a good point to bring up later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, why not? Because I have plenty of reasons to be doing this, like being first generation and a minority. And because I'm an IB, like some of the programs they use are not exactly like targeting specific things that colleges look for. And IB also just like, it's very stressful. So like doing all these things at once like helps me like, obviously adds more stress, but also helps me like find ways to manage it more. Which that's kind of like going off the topic, but back to the topic. It's like
it's okay.
It's like I'm doing this for myself, and you know I present this idea to other people that I think would like it, and they just say no. It's like, okay, it's not for everyone, you know. It's more of like a program like if you have enough ambition and you're willing to go like 110% that extra mile to get where you want to be in life, then you do it. So that's why I'm here, because I just want to be like successful in life, because I've seen so many people in my family and stuff have their life like be crumbled from, you know, immigration and stuff like that, because it is a hard transition. So like for myself and the future generation, I want to make a difference.
I understand that. Yeah, I stand for that too. I feel like like a big thing, like to comment back to like when people around you are like, oh, you're just a freshman and stuff. Yeah, that's always so fun to hear. Yeah, because I understand that if the program is not for some people, and I completely understand that, because I understand people don't have enough time to do it, and that's not bad. It's not at all. And I don't want people to feel forced to do this program. Like I know a lot of people whose parents forced them to do it, but because they don't want to do it, they don't gain anything from it, which is not what the program is for. Like obviously it is very beneficial. And the fact that your parents are forcing you to do it, it probably means because it is beneficial. But I mean, at the same time, you probably are not going to like anything your parents are forcing you to do. If you are forced to do anything, obviously you're not going to like it. And I feel like because of that factor, a lot of people don't enjoy it and a lot of people don't gain from it. And from that point, the entire benefit of this entire program is just stripped away from it until it just becomes, you know, something you just don't want to do, something you put off all the time. And it's not something you learn from, which is not good. So I feel like I often, you know, hey guys, you should join the college planning cohort, you know, because I see a lot of people who have potential, you know, there's a ton of people. Yes, there's a ton of people in this world who are gifted. They have potential, and it's in more ways than just academic, you know. Sure, they're academically smart, but hey, they can act. Hey, they can sing. Oh, they can play piano. Oh, they're a really fast runner. Oh, I can't think of anything else. I'm blanking, but they can do all these codes. They can code really cool. They can make these arts and crafts. They can write really, really well. Oh my goodness, they really care about the environment, you know? There's so many different aspects to a person than just their grades, just, their transcript. And I feel like that's the reason why this program is so important for that, is because I'm going to be honest here. This program actually really helped me figure out that I'm more than my grades. And that's really important, because often people, especially, because you're in school, and maybe because of high expectation parents, maybe high expectation society, and, your peers and stuff, and constant competition and comparison, you will always feel like the only importance you have is your own academic intelligence, when that is not true at all. There's so much more to a person than that. And colleges do look at more than just that. Of course, your academic intelligence is, very important when it comes to the college funding, process. But colleges also look at who you are. They look at you. They look at your gifts. They look at what you do with your extracurriculars. They look at your activities. And they look at your personality. They look at see if you're a good leader, if you can collaborate with others well, if you're good at socializing, if you're good at communicating. And that's very important. And I feel like I've completely strived off the topic that this entire episode's on.
No, you're on the topic.
Definitely. But yeah, I feel like it's really important. And that's another reason why I'm here. Part two.
To add on. Dang it, I'm losing my train of thought. But
Okay.
like the college planning cohort, just realized like I should not be competing against others. I should not be like, obviously it's good to like strive for valedictorian and stuff like that, but really your journey through high school is a competition against yourself. Like high school is that time of period where people like discover what they like, what their weaknesses are, and what they like doing. And that's really just a journey of finding yourself and competing against yourself to see what you like the most. Like I never really like wanted to do sports my entire life until now, because the college planning cohort made me realize that I should be courageous and target my weaknesses. And that has been really beneficial to me, because I found like a new love for athletics, and also to chill out on like the other stuff so I can be a more well-balanced, like well-rounded student and person.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that. That's good. Yeah.
Speaking of why I'm here, I want to talk about how I got here in the first place. Not obviously, I mean mentally, obviously how I got here, and physically, yes, but I meant by my friends, honestly, how I got here from them, thanks to them. Not by my parents or by some teacher recommendation. I got here thanks to a recommendation from a friend, and that friend was an undisclosed name I won't talk about because I don't know if they're comfortable with this. So they basically got me into the club. They told me that it was basically a college preparedness course that helps you get ready for college and helps you get informed and knowledgeable on things you need to know. And I was like, whoa, college? Like now? I'm like, wait a minute, college is a lot of money. I don't want my parents to spend a lot of money. I kind of like having parents that are not, broke. So I was like, yeah, go ahead.
I kind of like parents that aren't broke. I agree.
Kind of just a bit. So I hopped in to the first meeting. I said to talk to Mr. Wynn. Did I talk to him? I don't think I interacted with him directly, but I did, introduce myself and talk about myself just a bit. So I went to the meeting. I was inspired. I was like, wow, they put a lot of work into this presentation. And I was like, it's a lot of information coming at me at once, but I get the general gist and understand it. So then we got instructed to do the modules, and I was like, modules? There's like work for this? It can't be that bad. Went through the modules and previewed them, and I was like, okay, this is a bit much. I'm top of school, mind you, and this is my grade. This is the 8th grade, so I was spending some nights sleepless, meaning with going to bed at like 2 a.m., which is pretty common for high school at this point. But middle school, I was still struggling, like down. Like not down bad, but it was struggling a little bit. So with the college planning cohort work on top of my normal school work, bit of a challenge, and that's the biggest thing that you're going to face if you join the cohort is management of time, like we talked about before, and dealing with having that extra work plated on top of your other work. Now, it doesn't go for anything to happen to everyone. Don't worry. If you're a student that doesn't have like super hard classes and you kind of leisurely take care of your homework and you have time to yourself, then you'll be fine. It'll be like maybe an hour on the week, 1 to 2 hours on the weekend, cross-training cohort, or dispute it throughout the week and get it done, right? But if you're someone like me, Jocelyn, Anna, or a lot of other people in the club, you're going to be having a lot more work than usual people, homework as well, along with extracurricular clubs. So have all that played on top of 1 to 2 hours of work, maybe every night, depending on how you work. So it's a challenge, and it's honestly, it's hard as hell to go through. There are times where I thought, I'm just going to stop, I'm just going to quit, I'm done, this cohort, I can find another one next year. No, that wasn't the case. I kept going. I stayed up those nights. I drank coffee if I had to. I don't know. I just made sure I stayed up and I finished my work. I got it done. And thanks to my commitment, I stayed in the club. And look at me now. I'm vice president of the leadership board. Like, I'm so proud of myself for doing this. And it's made me just accept that, yeah, I can do this if I push myself to do it. Using that same energy and ungodly force that keeps me up at night to put my work and invest my energy into this cohort, I can get results out of it. Granted, I'm not always the best at the presentations. Honestly, it's because I don't honestly put my full effort into them. I put my full effort into typing them out, writing the research, and things like that, right? When it comes to the presentation of the presentation, it's not the best. It's a basic template, nothing crazy, but I make sure I put all my work into it, all the effort that counts, the information. The visuals are for show and can help you get, and you can, if you want to do it, go ahead. But I believe that putting your maximum effort into the essential part of the presentation is what matters and should be focused on the most.
You have to put the work in. This is why it's important that you feel ambitious about it. This is the reason why you need to actually want to do it. Because if you don't want
it's all about the drive. You gotta have the
drive.
Power.
It's about drive. It's about power.
I was doing a clever little thing where I kind of integrated the lyrics into the words, but you messed it up, okay? Okay. Fine, continue what you're saying.
Well, I'm stumbling on my words. But one thing about the college planning cohort is that it like helps you develop your work ethic. And work ethic, I think, can like over trump over like, I don't know. I feel like work ethic can be more important than intelligence sometimes.
I know what you mean. I don't know what the word is.
Because like an average person with like good work ethic can make it really far, while a smart person who is like lazy and doesn't have as much work ethic could just, lay around, probably not want to do anything. So like I feel like work ethic is also like a big part of it. Like with the right ethic, you can be productive, you will have the motivation, you will have the ambition to do everything.
I agree. And it's like the same concept as when people are like, what matters most, hard work or talent? That's something very important when it comes to this program. Because this program, who cares if you're more talented? What matters is if you're hardworking. They look at you for your grit, for your diligence. They look at you, I said that word wrong, it's okay. They look at you for your hardworkingness, right? They see your work. They don't see, this person gets straight A's and this person gets A's and B's. They don't look at that. I mean, sure they do, obviously. They're like, okay, based off of that, you see what you need to go to. But it's not like biases off of that. It's like, sure, this straight A student might get straight A's, but they don't finish the modules in time. But this A's and B student, they finish the modules every single month. And they're always eager in every single discussion we have because they're really passionate about what they want to do. That is what they focus on. Because hard work will always trump. You're right, trump over intelligence and talent. Because hardworkingness, it shows that you want this. It shows that you are willing to do it, which is very important. So, even if you may not be the smartest, if you are hardworking and you are willing to do what it takes, you'll do great in this program.
And great in the world in general as well.
And yes, that would probably be a better idea than you. Yeah, that would be much better for me to say. You will do great in the world.
Closing thoughts?
Yes. Any last thoughts, anyone?
Oh, okay. I was going to say, get sleep. If you can't get sleep, drink coffee. That's about it.
Drink water.
Drink water. Don't forget. I like that. And if I may, I would like to end with a quote. I sure do hope that it won't get copyrighted. I don't think it will.
Please don't get us copyrighted, Jackson. That would really.
It's okay. It's okay. This is a quote from C.S. Lewis, the author of Narnia. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. And I feel like that is a big thing, like a big theme for like what we've learned with Why Are We Here? You're never too young to do something. You're never too old to do something. Just if you have the ambition to do so, you can do anything. So, yes, that concludes our first episode. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. You can watch us on YouTube, which is probably where this is going to be posted anyways. So yeah. We're good. We will see you in the next episode, most likely in the middle of February.
Yes.
And expect that episode soon. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.